For weeks leading up to the My Little Pony Make Your Mark Chapter 6 release, there was a lot of speculation from fans on whether we might see a return of Spike the Dragon, whether we'd finally get some further clarity on what happened between Generation 4 and Generation 5, whether the Secrets of Starlight special would really mark the end of the Make Your Mark series. Well, we do see a return of Spike the Dragon. Sort of. And we do get some further clarity on the gap between G4 and G5, which just raises even more questions. And we do get to see Opaline defeated and peace return to Equestria, which at first sounds like a proper ending to the series, only for a portal to open up to some new area which introduces a brand new villain and... I'm sorry, what exactly is the MLP staff's plan here? I've had this feeling about G5 for a while, and this latest chapter really amplifies it. I get the sense that the Make Your Mark series just doesn't know what it wants to be. It wants to be something new, yet it keeps reminding fans of the past. It wants to build upon elements from the Friendship is Magic series, and yet really doesn't do anything with those elements. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Spike the Dragon. This was something a lot of fans, including myself, were really curious about what G5 had in mind for his character. And he's just been under magical hibernation for a long time. He is the Dragon Lord now, for whatever that's worth. The redesign of all these dragons just makes them seem far more like larger ponies with different wings and sharper teeth. Spike talks about how it's good that Sparky is being raised by ponies since he fondly remembers his time with Twilight. But if I'm being honest here, there is barely any reason why Spike even needed to be here. He has no real effect on the story other than giving a bit more justification on why Sparky doesn't need to go back to live with other dragons. Opaline instantly overpowers and even hypnotizes all of the dragons just as soon as they show up. And speaking of Opaline, she gets a song about how much of a villain she is. While there might have been a bit more complexity to her character in the past, she's just now accepted the fact that she is the bad guy. And while the dynamic between Opaline and Misty was easily the most interesting aspect to both of their characters, it's kind of resolved really quickly. Each of the main six get a brief moment of standing up to Opaline, but again, they're each defeated in turn really quickly. Of course, the magic of friendship saves the day, and Opaline is trapped inside of a tree. I mean, we've certainly seen villains be trapped in stone or trapped in a prison, but I have to imagine Opaline is still fully alive and aware in there, completely unable to move. This might be even harsher than anything from G4. And again, this would be a very logical place to end things for the Make Your Mark series, but the following Secrets of Starlight special introduces this new villain, Allura, who has a very unique design, certainly nothing like anything I've seen in MLP before, and being able to hypnotize ponies with her voice has a lot of potential. But this special is really weird. Its pacing is all over the place, there's more time spent on songs than developing characters. This fake portal scene is really awkward because it makes Allura seem downright incompetent, and the way she is defeated with magical healing snowballs is... I don't even know what this is. Plus, there's some evil voice berating Allura, who she calls her brother, and then she goes through the portal to Equestria, so obviously there is supposed to be some further story going on here, but it doesn't appear that this will be taking place in the Make Your Mark series. Instead, there's going to be a greater focus on the YouTube series Tell Your Tale in the coming year. So if this is going to be the last we see of the Make Your Mark series, it's in a very awkward spot. And to be honest, I don't see any real point in going back to watch any of these episodes again. Normally I'd be excited to see where My Little Pony is heading in the future, but for now, I'm just feeling a little empty from the experience. Maybe I'll find some motivation to start watching the dozens upon dozens of 5-minute long Tell Your Tale episodes to get caught up on that series, since it seems likely that's where the story is going to continue. But I don't know if that's going to help with this feeling that Make Your Mark simply didn't know what it wanted to be for the majority of its runtime, especially with these final few episodes. But what did each of you think? What was your impression of how they handled Spike? Or how Opaline met her end? Or how this new villain Allura is going to affect the future of Generation 5? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because as always, I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.